You only have 7 seconds to grab someone's attention. That's right, 7 seconds. Studies show that's how long it takes for people to form an impression of you. Now imagine speaking to a crowd, and your opening can either win them over or lose them in those few moments. Politicians know this, and they use powerful strategies to ensure they capture their audience right from the start. Whether it's through shocking facts, compelling stories, or bold questions, the way they begin sets the tone for the entire speech. In this video, you'll learn the secrets behind those unforgettable openings. I'll show you how politicians get their audiences hooked within seconds, how to create urgency, and why every great speech starts with a strong, relatable message. Want to know how to turn a dull introduction into a powerful moment? Keep watching, because your next speech could leave a lasting impression, and it starts with knowing how to start. Chapter 1: The Power of the First 30 Seconds. Grab attention like a politician. The first 30 seconds of any speech can make or break your message. Politicians know this all too well. Take President Obama's 2004 Democratic National Convention speech. The first 30 seconds set the tone for a powerful moment that would launch his political career. Why does this matter? Because humans decide whether they're interested within moments. According to studies, it takes about 7 seconds for someone to form an impression of you. That means your opening has to hit hard. Start with something bold. Imagine opening with a shocking statistic, like, did you know 40% of the population feels left behind by the current system? It's jarring, but it pulls your audience in immediately. You can also use a compelling question. Politicians often start by asking their audience, what kind of future do you want for your children? This type of rhetorical question forces people to think and relate the topic to their personal lives. Another method is storytelling. Politicians often use personal anecdotes, connecting their own lives to larger political issues. This strategy instantly creates a connection between the speaker and the audience. But why do these tactics work? Neuroscientists believe our brains are wired to respond to novelty, curiosity, and emotions. So, grabbing attention isn't just a matter of style, it's about how the brain processes information. It's about using that opening to spark an emotional reaction. Chapter 2: Setting the Stage. How to make your audience feel the stake. Politicians don't just speak, they create urgency. From the start, they set the stage by telling you why this speech matters now. Take Winston Churchill's famous speech during World War II, "We shall fight on the beaches." It wasn't just words, it was a call to action that established the stakes for the entire country. When you speak, make the issue feel urgent and essential. Politicians use phrases like, "The future of our country is at risk," or "We face unprecedented challenges." Creating a sense of urgency makes the issue more relatable. If the audience feels the stakes, they're more likely to listen. This is why politicians use current events to frame their speeches. They tie personal stories to a broader political climate, making it feel immediate and real. For example, during his campaign, Donald Trump often talked about how the current system was rigged. This set a backdrop of tension that helped keep his audience engaged. You don't need to be dealing with world-changing events like Churchill. You can create urgency by referencing a recent trend or event in your field or personal life. The goal is to make your audience realize that this moment is pivotal, and they are part of it. Chapter 3: Hook, Line, and Sinker. Crafting the perfect opening statement. Every politician needs a hook to draw in their audience, and you do too. The opening statement of a speech is crucial, as it sets the entire tone. Take John F. Kennedy's inaugural address. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. It's short, direct, and packed with meaning. His words became a call for national unity and purpose. You need that same punch in your opening. One effective technique is using contrasting ideas. Politicians like Franklin D. Roosevelt used contrast to great effect. By framing the issue as this or that, you force the audience to consider which side they are on. For example, we can either stay stuck in the past or embrace a future where everyone is equal. This makes people choose a side, and people always want to feel like they're making the right choice. Another effective technique is humor. When used properly, humor can break the ice and relax your audience. Look at Ronald Reagan, who used self-deprecating humor to disarm audiences. In his first presidential debate with Jimmy Carter, he joked about his age, saying, "I will not exploit, for political purposes, my opponent's youth and inexperience." A well-placed joke like this makes your audience feel like you're on their level. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on mastering your speech. We'll dive deeper into political speech strategies in upcoming chapters. Chapter 4. Building credibility from the start. Why your audience needs to trust you. Trust is the foundation of any successful speech, and politicians know this. From the very beginning, you need to establish that you're someone worth listening to. In 2008, Barack Obama built his credibility with the simple line, "I am my brother's keeper." By aligning himself with universal values, he connected with his audience. Establishing shared values or showing empathy for your audience's struggles is key. Studies show that people are more likely to trust someone who seems relatable. This is why politicians often open with personal stories. They share where they come from, what they've struggled with, and why they care. This vulnerability makes the speaker seem human, not a distant figure. By showing your audience that you understand them, you establish yourself as a credible figure. Don't just speak from authority, speak with authority. This is why it's important to open with confidence. A quiet, unsteady voice will make your audience question your reliability. Research has found that confident speech increases the likelihood of persuading others, even if the content isn't perfect. Chapter 5. From personal to political. Finding the right angle for your speech. Every politician knows the power of the personal story. Take the late John McCain's speeches. He often spoke about his time as a prisoner of war, connecting his personal experience with his political views on freedom and democracy. The personal narrative helps to humanize abstract political topics. By starting with something personal, you make the political issue more relatable. The trick is to find the angle that resonates with your audience. What personal experiences can you connect to your political message? If you're talking about healthcare, maybe you share a personal story of a family member's illness. If you're discussing the economy, you might talk about your own struggles. The idea is to make it clear that the issue isn't just a talking point, it's something that affects real people, including you. This technique works well because it helps you step out of the purely political realm. The audience stops thinking of you as just a speaker and starts seeing you as a person with values, experiences, and emotions. This is the first step in creating a meaningful connection. Chapter 6. Call to action. Ending the introduction with power. Politicians are great at setting expectations right from the start. They don't just give a speech, they lay the groundwork for action. A strong opening should leave your audience thinking, what can I do about this? Your call to action should be clear and concise. Politicians often end their opening with a statement that pushes the audience to think about what's next. For example, during the 2016 election, Bernie Sanders often ended his speeches by saying, "This campaign is not about me, it's about all of us." It's a simple call to action, but it empowers the audience to feel like they are part of something bigger. When you close your introduction, make sure your audience knows why they should continue listening. What's in it for them? Why is this message relevant? The key is to make your call to action feel urgent, just like the stakes you've already set. A strong opening leaves your audience with no doubt that they need to pay attention. Whether it's a vote, a decision, or just taking action, your opening needs to set the tone for what's coming. Make it clear that this isn't just another speech, it's an invitation to be part of something that matters. If you enjoyed these tips, don't forget to subscribe. We'll explore more ways to improve your speech and become a more persuasive speaker in future videos.